All right, how's that? You hear me? Can you hear me? It might be. I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay, it works now. Perfect. All right, let me put my thumbnail up here. I still haven't made another thumbnail. I thought I was going to do that. Like more of like a, Matt Perry like show type of thumbnail that we can put every single day. Episode 1, episode 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 19, 34. But we'll figure it out. Do that, and let's do subscribers only. Any duration. All right, 21 people here. Thank you guys for for being here. Let's see. There we go. AMC breaking out. Yeah, it's making a move. It's up to 2.5%. Last I checked, it was actually 1%. I was watching it for a little bit, but I was also posting other videos, or sorry, not posting other videos, but recording other videos for the Patreon and all that stuff. So if you guys are a part of that, you definitely will have new stuff coming. I'm putting things on the calendar to get a little bit more organized and also set a schedule for all of my other channels. And I think I have it set. Super early today. I'm not super early today. I'm actually a little late, but you're late. You almost missed AMC going to 2K. That's possible. I don't know what just happened, but something just happened. Oh, I went back. Okay. Damn mouse. But guys, hit the like button if you can. If you're new in here, definitely do that. If you're old in here, definitely do that. But yeah, I have new videos coming out from the Patreon. Also, I'm setting a calendar for everything else for Patreon videos. I'm going to try and release a Patreon video every single day, whether it's a different one or different levels. And also, the book readings are back up. We have one coming out, so it's going to be Monday and Friday is when I release those. That should be good because I usually wake up early and I can get back on my grind a little bit. Also, the golf videos, I expect that to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and reaction videos Tuesday and Thursday, and probably sometime on the weekend. And we'll see about all of the other content. We're creating a schedule, so hopefully you guys can get your daily dose of Matthew Perry. Let's get Matt. Salute to everyone in the chat. Hopefully everyone had a good weekend. I did have a good weekend. I spent a lot with the family, and it was just really fun. Eric and I went golfing. If you didn't see the new golf video that's out, it was out yesterday. Yeah, out yesterday. And I basically taught her some things, and we have a couple of other videos coming as well where we play alternate shot and another really fun video. So definitely wait for those to come out. It should be really fun. So if you guys aren't subscribed to the golf channel, definitely do that. 4530 incoming. Yep. I know, 4515. We have seen 4523 did come back a little bit. Shiba on Weeble now? Shiba's on Weeble now? Is that true? Wow, I didn't know that. That is awesome. That's good to know that it's on Weeble. The only thing is that I don't understand why they would put this and not move some other things there. I guess this is good because a lot of people can buy into the position if they wanted to, and it makes it more like easily accessible for a lot of people. So the price can end up skyrocketing based on the fact that people can buy it. But it doesn't look like you have. Let me see. It doesn't. Oh, it looks like you can place an order if you wanted to. So I don't know the process of placing an order, all that stuff. So we'll have to look at that. Look out for that there. But yeah, interesting. Very interesting. That's good to know. I'll keep that on my list. You know what? Let me add that to my crypto list, and I don't think I added. I think I added ADA to my crypto list as well. Yeah, I did. Okay, so that's good to know. Thank you for letting me know that. I didn't know that. I've been away for a little bit. Was just watching your golf video with your wife. It was kind of cute to see. Well, thank you for saying that. It was fun to see her play golf. I mean, I've seen her play golf one time before, just hitting balls on the range at in Dominican Republic, and it was just really fun. But yeah, we have a new video out, and she's a natural. I took my son to the pagoda yesterday. That place is dope. Yeah, it's pretty great. I mean, I just like it. I like it at night. Just the visual of it is amazing. I actually proposed to my. Oh, you're talking about pagoda golf, maybe. Maybe that's not pagoda golf anymore. Or to the pagoda. Okay, yeah, I like that place. I actually proposed to my wife up there, and I have pictures everywhere. But yeah, it's just such a great view. Like there's so many good views in Reading, and I think that that is one of the best views in Reading. Um, our wedding week, super stoked. Let's make some money this week. Well, congratulations. Hopefully everything goes well because I know that that's very stressful. I've gone through. Obviously I'm married, so I went through that day, and for me it was super difficult because it was more of like a set it up yourself type of venue. Basically, obviously you have help where people can set it up, but if you want it a specific way, you want to do it your way, so you end up doing it that way. So I know that Erica wanted a certain way, and we would set it all up, and it was like very, very stressful to make sure everything was done the way we wanted it. And good thing is we did have a lot of help. All of my groomsmen ended up helping me, and it came down to a point to where I didn't eat the whole entire day. And even when it got to like dinner time, around like our meal, I didn't eat anything. I ended up taking a couple of bites and then started, shaking hands and, saying hi, introducing everybody to everybody. And it was fun. But like, I don't know, I just didn't feel like eating. And then we had one bite of cake, which was the most delicious cake I've ever had. And I've never had it. I haven't had it since. What's up, everybody? Let's make some money this week. Yes, we're looking to make money in crypto, in AMC, in the stock market, all of that stuff. Everyone should go see Shang Chi. Matt, what did you think? I loved it. I absolutely loved that movie. It was probably like my top three movies. It has to be. It has to be like I have to have Shang Chi, like Avengers Endgame, Thor Ragnarok, and Shang Chi. Like I feel like those are the movies. If they come out with a Loki movie, that'll probably be my favorite movie. But obviously, a Loki series is better. I feel like you get a little bit more. You're getting like instead of getting 2 hours of it, now you're getting like 6 hours or 10 hours or whatever, however long they do these movies for. I know they have a season 2 that's coming out, but Shang-Chi, phenomenal movie. I loved it so much. Excited to see. Let's see. Congrats. Yes. Excited to see what MMAT did today. It's been strong. Has it been strong? That's good to see that MMAT has been pretty strong. Yeah, I mean the movement was a little bit more solid before the open on Friday. I need to set this to auto before the open on Friday because you did see that open where it did increase to $6 and then decreased and started to consolidate there. So it's not really as strong as it was when you looked at it, from close to open. But it's moving solidly, I would say. You own any SNDL? I don't own any SNDL. I was looking at it just recently for the video, like book reading video, the how to day trade for a living video, because I wanted to talk about the large increase in a pullback. The video that I'm releasing is on reversal strategies, so reversal trading. So if you want to check that out, that's on Patreon, but that's the highest level. It goes through how to day trade for a living. I obviously pay for the books and go through the different chapters and give my perspective as well. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely check that out. But yeah, I don't have any SNDL right now. I was looking at it previously, just in the past, and I had a couple of levels to where I wanted to get into it, but I haven't made a move into it. How do you feel about selling call options? I feel great about it. I mean, I sell call options. Well, I've sold one call option before and made money off of it. I don't. It's not something that I'm against. I'm more for that than exercising. Let's go AMC. It's just it's good to do. I mean, if you feel as though, like, one, you can make money from the stock, if you know the stock is going to go up and it has an option to where you can buy a strike price where it is currently and see that end up increasing to whatever price you thought it was going to increase to, you can gain $100, $200, $300 by not spending as much, because you know that it's going to make those moves in the day. You can day trade a call option if you wanted to. You can buy a call option and sell that call option right away if you wanted to. If you did see that increase in the day and you believe that it was going to move $2, $3, you can gain $300 from, like, in a matter of 2 hours if you believe that it was going to move that level or that way. So it's not something that I'm against. I'm all for. My prediction for AMC today is 49.21. I mean, that's pretty specific. I'll remember it. Hey man, you think about guess at the moment? I haven't. I haven't. It's moving this morning in the pre-market from close to open. But very spotty movement. You have many gaps in between moves to where it's literally just staying the same. It looks like a massive form of consolidation there with no movement at all. You probably go tick by tick, you'll see slight movements there. But the day before, you did see a little bit of a decrease, which you didn't really see the most positive days in everything. But if we let's look at 6 months. We can see that if we look at 6 months, we're probably going to look at a longer period than that, maybe year to date. Yeah, we look at some of these periods and we could see that that movement, that larger movement that we had happened when everything else was really taken off, and you could see that massive pullback, the increase up to $5, and that massive pullback to where it gradually started to fall down to lower and lower levels. So don't think that this is probably a level where it's going to end up skyrocketing back. There's not really any levels of support there. You can see levels of support that's lower than that. It looks like more of I guess we would need a gap fill at that point. So that's a little iffy for me. It's a little iffy for me because it broke lower than some of these levels to where you would see a solid support level to increase, but it even broke lower than that level, showing that it can fall a little bit more. So it's a little bit iffy. Let's look at GME because I haven't looked at GME today. GME is up in the pre-market, but Friday did not have the best movement, right? Did hit a high of 216, but yeah, didn't really have the best movement at 5% down, but still, 5% down is better than being 20% down, right? It's better than being 6% down. You know the new Dune movie that's coming out in October? No, I haven't heard of that. Morning, everybody. Enjoyed your live stream every single day. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Brian. That means a lot. And Matt, do you say Apple stock going up with new iPhone being announced on their in their watch? Would I say that AAPL? Would I say that AAPL is going up? I mean, if you look at history, I mean, it has been moving in that in that trajectory, right? This is year to date that you're looking at, and you could see that moving from 2019 even to 2020, seeing that consistent movement up, moving sort of like an ETF. Even though you're saying like, oh, is it going to continue to skyrocket? I would say you're probably going to see a touch point, and not just because of the news is negative, the news is positive, right? Having an iPhone, but you're definitely going to see maybe a little bit of an increase, but then you're going to see a touch point back to the 200 EMA or close to it before it does make another move, because that seems to be the trend, is to have that little pullback after a large increase. And, you know, even just a couple of pullbacks here, a couple of touch points back to the 200 EMA, that just seems to be the trend. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then looking for that fifth one. To actually see that make a move. So yes, I see it moving, but you probably don't want to invest the whole boat. Invest some for that gradual movement, and then when it does end up pulling back, you basically treat it like an ETF or a mutual fund, and you buy in more and then watch that continue to grow. So that would be my suggestion, is that a lot of these positions that are growth positions, you just treat like mutual funds anyways, because they're growth positions. They actually move solidly and give you some positivity. Thanks, my friends. How do you feel about Astro, his research using MATLAB? I don't know. Astro? What is Astro? I don't know what it is. I have to get more of a description of that. Recent survey shows that 1 in 4 U.S. teens should invest in crypto if given money to invest. Yeah, I mean, I believe that should be true, right? People should invest in crypto because it's definitely a thing that a lot of people don't fully understand. Even me, I don't fully understand everything that has to, you know, do with crypto, but you should invest in crypto because it has so much potential. You basically putting in a little bit of money, you're risking a little money for a large potential. Something like any crypto that's out there, if it's a new cryptocurrency, could end up seeing a larger increase just based on people that are getting into the position, or based on mining, whatever it ends up being, you're going to see that increase quite a bit. You're saying Doge is crashing hard? I didn't even see that. I would say a lot of things are falling. I wouldn't say that they're crashing, like Doge is specifically crashing hard. The crypto market is down. If we go to, what is it, crypto market cap? If we go to crypto market cap, you're going to see that the crypto market is down 2.54%. So it's down quite a bit, right? You're seeing this down to, it's still at 2 trillion, 2.29 trillion, but you're seeing things that are down. So if we look at some of the top things that are down, Rev is down quite a bit. That was up to 2 or up to 3 cents recently. Compound has decreased by 10%. That was pretty high. Internet Computer has decreased as well, 11% there, which I have been keeping an eye on. My crypto portfolio was up to 23,000 this weekend, which is way higher. I did end up putting more money into Polymath right after I talked about it in the stream, which we did see an increase in Polymath. Not because I talked about it, just because, you know, it's a good position. It's a good crypto to get into. So right now I have about 2,000 Polymath, and I'm looking for that to make a larger move there. But yeah, you're seeing a lot of things actually dip quite a bit. Dashcoin, you know, let's see what else. Litecoin has taken a dip. That's up to $200 though. So I'm holding 8, and I'm happy with the 8 that I'm holding. Dogecoin has decreased about 7% here. You're seeing a lot of things that have decreased quite a bit. Even ADA is down to $2.66 from being at $3. It's still at a market cap of 85 billion, but you know, it did decrease quite a bit. YFI is down to 39,000. Where is Farmcoin? This is what I'm interested in because I haven't seen it. It looks like this crypto portfolio is up by about $200 from when I invested, 260 or so. Maybe even more than that, actually. I invested 2,800 and has increased to 3,265. So I want to see what my interest is like. I gained about $6 in interest so far. I'm loving that. You know, I'll take it any day, gaining more money and interest as we go along. And obviously, I'll continue to invest more and more and gain more and more in interest. That's what I'm looking to do. So I want to see what that ends up being, how much interest I gain in the year. And I'm probably going to invest more and more just into that position, treat it like a dividend position or a mutual fund or an ETF or something like that. Let's look at Farmcoin real quick just to see where it's at. Farm is currently at 242. I haven't checked what the low actually is. So the low, it looks like, was 238 we've seen in 24 hours. In a week, we have seen it go up to levels of 277, 260, almost 270, right? Hitting some of these high levels here of 267. And dropping down to this low level of 238, which obviously I would like to continue to buy more because I am bullish on farm, and still going to be bullish on farm. Let's check what my crypto portfolio is like now. So yeah, it was at 23,000, and now with all of the market really tanking, you're seeing this drop down to 21,600, which is still a decent amount because I've invested a total of 13,000, 14,000 into it. It might have even been less than that. I have no way of checking what I actually invested in there, but I'm doing a round number. Dune with Zendaya and Jason Momoa. No, I haven't. I think I've heard of it actually, because I remember seeing something with them too. So I haven't looked into it, but I think I heard of it. Is there a way to see what kinds of limit sales are out there? There's a way to check, like if you're looking at AMC. If you're looking at AMC, you can check on the order books. You can understand what the orders are looking like here. From a buy and sell perspective, from a bid and ask perspective, it's right above my head. But yeah, you can look at that as you go through the day. Obviously, you'll see pre-market movement, pre-market volume. But then once you start to see that larger amount of volume go through for AMC or any position, you're going to see an influx of 100 orders, 1,000 orders, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 orders go through in different positions. So that's one way you could do that. I hope Dune isn't trash. Yeah, I mean, I'll check it out. But again, I don't know. It's gonna be a banger apparently. From what people have watched it preview said. Where is it? Is it in theaters? Or is it like I know a lot of people are doing different types of shows, whether it's Netflix, like Apple TV, Hulu, whatever it ends up being. There's so many different platforms where you have to get these streaming services in order to watch the movies, and it sucks because I really like, watching some of those movies, or I want to watch some of those movies with a lot of those actors. I'm long on Blockbuster. Well, that's not good. The lone Blockbuster that's in like Alaska or something. Um, don't expect one day wonder plan with crypto. Make a plan to the moon and Mars. Yeah, yeah. I would say the same thing. You just put your money in there and you let it sit. It could be something really big, and you never know what you're really investing into. You can do your research on the usability of it and how popular it will get. But if you can find something before it ends up taking off, it's just like the stock market, except cryptocurrency for some reason moves more aggressively, right? Because it has that factor of people buying it, mining it, all that other type of stuff. There's a lot of liquidation over the weekend. Yeah, it looks like it. Crypto is another way hedgies get cash when the stock market is closed. That's another way that a lot of people get cash when the stock market is closed. I would say hedgies have a very small position in crypto because of how volatile it is. Hedge funds don't really like to go into things that are very volatile. Typically, they'll go into something that they believe they can either tank, like AMC or GME, which they're obviously wrong about that, or something that they can be long in. You know, institutions will be the same way. They can go long in these positions, and they'll invest in them, hoping that they can get something for the long run and continue to put more money in there, maybe gain $10 out of it for the next year, or $20 or $100 out of it for the next year per share, right? And then they have like millions of dollars worth of that. So they're more likely to go for something that's less volatile. So I would say they probably have like maybe less than 5% in cryptocurrency. I finally clicked with me about crypto and Robinhood. We're trading derivatives on the platform. Huh. Interesting. With crypto, there will be big dips. Zoom out, boys. Yeah, there's always gonna be big dips. You're right. Get that Coinbase card and start buying USD so you can get 1% back in Bitcoin. But see, I understand that portion. You can get 1% back in Bitcoin, but I can get 3% back or 5% back in other areas, and then just put the money into whatever I want. I don't, and I may be, and I think having that conversation with so many people, I may be the lone person that talks about crypto that isn't really behind Bitcoin as much. I don't see, I see Bitcoin as something that's big, it's popular, it has usability to it, it costs a lot. But it's something, if I'm looking to gain money, there's so many other opportunities, so many other options out there, because Bitcoin can go to 50K from, or sorry, can go to 100K from 50K. But what does that mean? That means that you just doubled your money. Well, if I had Cardano, I can easily double my money. If I had some other positions, right? If I had Farmcoin, I could easily double my money. If I had Compound, I can easily double it. So if I'm looking at some of these other opportunities that I'm looking to gain money from, I don't care about Bitcoin succeeding and, you know, destroying the world or whatever. I can only double my money there. You know, I mean, yes, you can have potential to increase to higher and higher numbers, but I feel like I can only double my money there. And if I put in $1,000 in Bitcoin, then I'm only getting out $2,000. Now, if I put $50,000 in Bitcoin, I'm only getting out, you know, $50,000, right? But if I put 50,000 in so many other areas, I put 50,000, let's say 10,000 in ADA, you know, 10,000 in Polymath, 10,000 in Anchor. You know, I put all of these different dollar figures in some of these lower positions. I have more potential to turn that $10,000 into 50 than I would for Bitcoin to go from 50,000 to 100. You know what I mean? So anyways, that's just the way that I feel. And it's not about Bitcoin personally. Bitcoin is amazing, but once you get to a certain point, you're not going to gain as much. The percentage that you're gaining as it does go up is less and less, because you're getting to the peak numbers that you can get to, right? That's just my opinion. Again, you could feel some type of way, and if you invested in it at the beginning and you grew that from a certain point to a certain point, great. But I know for a fact that I've had so much success in doing this, finding where it's even close to a peak point, to where it gets to a level to where I don't see it, I only see it doubling, and I see other things that can triple. I get out of that position. If I see Farmcoin, you know, go to levels of $10,000, $20,000, yes, it can get to some higher levels of $100,000. But you know what? I have a certain amount of positions to where I can take $100,000 that I just gained and spread it across the board so that I can gain more out of different positions that I put myself into. You know what I mean? So that $100,000 I can turn to $1 million very quickly, but also have less risk of it coming completely back. Do you know what I mean? So it's just a feel method for me. Like I have to feel like I'm gonna gain something pretty big or significant out of it. Get that? I just read that. I'm glad that you mentioned you don't fully understand crypto, but we should invest into it. That's one of my main issues with crypto, is that I've never met anyone who can explain it. Sorry, let's go. I just Never met anyone that can explain it. At the same time, everyone tells me I need to. They have no idea what it really is. Yeah, that's 100% true because it's tough to understand everything. I don't fully understand the stock market, right? I don't understand everything that happens there because yes, I understand a lot about it, but I understand what I'm looking to do when it comes to trading. If it comes to long-term investing and everything that you need to know, everything that factors into that price change, yeah, I don't know all of that, but you know what? I will know what's going on when it comes to day trading. I will know what happens when that stock price is going to increase, or what I look at when it comes to indicators. So when it comes to crypto, do I know everything? No. There's new methods. There's new use cases for a lot of different crypto. There's a proof of stake. There's just a lot of things that that come out of nowhere because they're new concepts, right? And you can't really understand everything about it, but you can uh, understand how to make money. That's what it's all about, right? For us, it's all about making money. Unless we created the crypto, then it's more on the lines of us trying to sell our crypto to somebody, or understanding how that crypto can be used in real life. So yeah, you can't fully understand crypto. I don't think you can. A lot, man. I like even besides the pyramid scheme, and say what respect outside of line with expectations of someone else buying it for more later. What is it? A lot of cryptos are a scam, which is why you find a coin that sounds interesting and make sure to read and everything about it. The original Doom movie was mad boring. No, bro, there's a lot of liquidity on crypto market. Each platform uh, has to have a certain amount of liquidity. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Creeks. Um, have y'all seen uh, IRNT this morning? I haven't. I have to look into it. Crypto makes me feel like you're in a post-apocalyptic world where each town and gang has their own currency. SDC. See, the thing about things that have high short interest, I haven't heard too much about it, right? But you can look for something that does have a like mini short squeeze or a large increase based on short interest that it does have. So anytime you see something that does have short interest, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily a short squeeze. It does mean that you can gain an increase out of it as long as the shorts have covered, as long as you see a reversal, which we do talk about in the bottom reversal strategy, going over in the how to day trade for a living on Patreon. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely check that out. But in order to find that, you want to find some sort of a bottom reversal. So let's look at a about 6 months, right? We are seeing that decrease in 6 months, but I want to see where those peak points are. So maybe year to date, you're seeing some of those peak points. And what you want to look for is somewhere in here, right, where it is, how it did decrease, and you do have a lot of short interest. You want to look for a bottom reversal, which you may have already seen the start of, right? That bottom reversal there, filling that gap, maybe increasing to that level of consolidation and actually increasing there. So it would be good if you could see that. Let's look at some options for Smile Direct, because it does look pretty interesting for the growth that you do see there. So long-term options. Let's look at January 2022 all options. Let me look at something of maybe a $6 strike price, which would be about $134 for that call option out to January. But I believe that you'll see something a lot sooner. So yeah, I mean, that looks pretty good. I think it looks interesting. Again, I think it looks interesting. You definitely put 50K in the Bitcoin. But like this is what I mean. I don't. There's so many other things that will increase because if you put 50K into Bitcoin, right? You put 50K into Bitcoin, um, that drops to 40K. You just lost $10,000 easily. Now, if you put 50K into other positions, it's more likely that you will not lose 10K because you have it. You have a diverse. I can't even say it. Diverse portfolio. Jesus. So it's less likely that you will lose that much money. Now, if the overall crypto market is coming down, you will see a decrease, right? You'll see that I just dropped about $1,500 in the matter of maybe 12 hours or so, right? This has dropped quite a bit when it comes to crypto. But if you put 50K in there, the most that I think you can reach for, because people are pushing for that 100K price, is a 50K gain, doubling that money. But if you put it in so many other positions, you have the potential chance to either not only just double that money, but 5x that money or 10x that money, right? If you put it into Anchor, what's the max that can get to? Probably like $7 is the max that you could see that end up getting to. If it does end up, introducing all of the coins that are in there, that I think it's a 10 billion coin supply, which means that you would get to $10 comfortably. Not comfortably, but you would get to $10 if you wanted to get up to the max rate of maybe 100 billion or close to it, right? So even getting to $1 right now, that would be 10x. So if you had $1,000 in there right now, or $10,000 in there right now, you can 10x that to 100K versus Bitcoin getting to 50K, and you're only doubling it. You're basically risking all of your portfolio on one position rather than I can't even say it, rather than having a diverse portfolio. Why is that such a hard word to say? Rather than having a diverse portfolio. What is my problem? Sometimes I just can't say words. I might as well stay away from some things. Will that make I'm reading so many different comments. Isn't it just a pyramid scheme kind of being you're giving into each other, hoping it will be able to a giveaway or more later? I'm real honest with you. I'm not sitting here on this Tuesday morning with a casual 50K to throw around. When Bitcoin dips $10, I might buy. Dips to 10 when Bitcoin dips to $10, I might buy a couple. Well, then you're never gonna buy a couple. If it does, that would be amazing. But yeah, if it went down to like 2,000, then I could see the potential. But right now, it's closer to the peak than anything else, right? You're seeing it to a level where it can only double. But if it gets to $2,000, now you see a level to where it can 5x, 10x, 20x, right? And that's where it gets very, very interesting. I like to see things where potential is high. The potential, yes, you can quickly gain 50K if you wanted to, if you wanted something that can move really fast, but not necessarily. It's only 20 million or 21 million coins that are out there. Obviously 19 million right now in circulation. But it's so difficult to get up to those levels, which I do believe it will get to 100K. It's just, I think if you're holding from a point to where you bought in at $2,000 or $5,000 or $10,000, now you have a reason to continue to hold because you have a ton of Bitcoin, right? But if you have one Bitcoin, it's like, all right, that doubles, and now I gain another $50,000. But that's just me. Again, that's just me. Let's look at AMC and see what they're doing. AMC currently at 2.2% up. It's up to $45. Was up to a high, I think, of $45.20 something. I still have my 900 shares. I'm still sitting on it, waiting for that to make a huge move. Probably level up to $100+ and then consolidate again, because that's probably what they're going to end up doing. They're going to fight it as much as they can, and this may not end up mooning until a year. It can moon at any time. Whenever they feel like giving up, that's when we could see it end up increasing a hell of a lot. GME is up 0.5, so basically 0.5%. It's up about $1 to $203.77. So that's good to see as well. Not exactly. I will not buy BTC. I'd rather put 50K into ETH, ADA, and XRP. Yeah, you're putting it into multiple areas. You have a diverse portfolio, and you can, yeah. My regret is not buying more Solana. Yeah, that is. I mean, you should never really have a regret. I mean, you bought some, so you made a great move. But there's so many positions where I'm like, oh, I could have bought more. You know, I could have bought more compound when it was down to $200+ and I could have easily doubled that right there. I could have bought more. I could have bought more ADA because I bought ADA when it was down to $1, a little bit over $1, right? I could have bought so much more of all these other type of coins, other type of positions, but I don't think that way. You know, I have an entry point in there. If I didn't get in it, then I missed that opportunity, and that's something that I can say I regret, is missing the opportunity. And you know, Solana, right? I missed that opportunity, right? I didn't expect that to make as much of an increase as it did, so I missed that opportunity. But if I buy into a position and I'm holding on to it, right? I made my entry. I feel like I didn't miss my opportunity. I have my opportunity. I just didn't make as much. Carl, I can't. I just didn't make as much as I could have made. But you're still making money. Oh, come on, go somewhere, man. But yeah, I love talking about cryptocurrency. You guys will join me in celebrating with the people of El Salvador and buying $30 of BTC today. If BTC drops to $10, I'll buy as much as I can afford. Yeah. Well, yeah. Talking about bottom reversal, BBIG still showing a lot of shorts going with if you jump in. I haven't checked out BBIG. I haven't checked them out this morning. Yeah, we're looking at a larger decrease. I haven't checked out the short interest or anything like that. But I would imagine they're starting to, like, you know, you're seeing them cover the shorts, but then also you're seeing a large amount of sell orders that are going in. That's why you're seeing that end up, you know, that decrease from where it was at those peak points. Carl, go somewhere, man. Honest thoughts on Shiba. I think Shiba will see a large jump, right? Because of the fact that they are on Webull, right? You have the ability to view them. I don't know if you have the ability to buy them. I think you did. You could put in an order. So you're going to see an increase in there because you can buy it on Webull. You can buy it maybe on Robinhood. I'm not 100% sure. But you're going to see a little bit of an increase. Guys, we have 257 people in here. If you could hit the like button, get me up to maybe 150 likes, that would be amazing. I appreciate it a lot. But yeah, I have Shiba. I have, was it 10 million, 4 million, 10 million? I have millions of coins. And I don't know where it will get to because I don't know if they will factor in any type of burn rate or anything. I haven't looked into that deeply. But I think Shiba will make a little bit of a move. It's just not going to go to like 1 penny or going to 10 cents or $1. That's just not going to happen. You have trillions of coins that are out there. If they don't find a way to drop those trillions of coins down to billions of coins, I mean, it's just not, it's not good. I'm going to hold on to my coins. Same thing with SafeMoon. Just to see, you know, if we do factor in any type of burn rate, right? SafeMoon already has a burn rate, and I don't know if SafeMoon will be added. If SafeMoon gets added, then that could be something really big where you see a lot of volume go through SafeMoon, buying and selling, and then that's where you'll see that, you know, really pick up and take off. So if that does get to a point and I gain hundreds of $1,000s with SafeMoon, then I'll be able to put that into other crypto as well. So waiting for that one cryptocurrency of mine to take off to gain me tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because right now, the max that I'm at, I think Farmcoin, I think, is the most that I've gained. Well, not the most that I've gained. I've gained more, I think, out of Internet Computer. But Farmcoin is like the highest amount that I have, and I want that one coin to skyrocket. You know, would love to see this skyrocket up to $2,000 or $1,000, and then eventually see that pullback. Because if it does go to like $1,000 or $2,000, you probably see a little bit of a pullback to where I would probably take out about two, and then try and put it in lower and try and get 20. So I would try and continue to increase that. So if it goes to maybe $300, $400, I'm probably going to, make a move just so I can increase those. So we'll see how that plays out, because I want to increase the amount that I have without spending any more money there. Same thing with a lot of those other positions. I noticed that Polymath is up quite a bit from where it was on Friday, and I'm holding 2,000 coins now. So sitting in a good spot. Can you have a little, please, we dress up Carl for us, tuxedo and a top hat, please? I don't know about that. Can you explain to me what you look at when you determine a new crypto to buy? So for me, what I look at when I look for a new crypto, right? What I typically do is I go here and I look at different positions, right? I'm looking at the circulating supply. Circulating supply is a big piece of my strategy, because the lower the supply, the more that price can move, right? Also, you want to look at something that, has a decent amount of volume, right? It's either, you can look at something that NFT, DeFi, whatever. I go on CoinMarketCap and I look up all this stuff. And what you're going to do is you're going to see that something that has a low circulating supply, that has a good amount of volume, that has a lowish price. So something like, say, Compound has 5.5 million Compound, which gives it the full possibility to go to higher and higher numbers. Because if you look at something compared to Bitcoin, right, Bitcoin has 21 million, right? And if it has 21 million coins, not available, that's the total supply. I guess right now they're at 19 million. You look at something like that and that gets up to 50K. Well, if Compound actually has a use case behind it, which it does, you can get up to higher and higher numbers. So I look at Compound and say, okay, 400 is not necessarily the lowest point that it can get to. So let's push for this to get to $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, or whatever. I'm holding two. So that's what I'm looking for in a coin. A lot of times, especially with like some of the ones that I'm putting more money into, is higher price movement, or faster price movement, when it comes to the amount of circulating supply. So that's what I'm looking at there. I'm also factoring in the market cap. This market cap here is 2.5 billion. If we look at somewhere around the average, we can say that if we're looking for something that's very popular, we're looking at about 10 billion. Maybe 6 to 10 billion, maybe even more than that. So what's the price that it can get to at 10 billion market cap? Well, if this is at 2.5, just multiply that price by 4. It can get to $2,000 comfortably at $10 billion market cap. So that's what I'm pushing for, is that $2,000 mark. Then I end up making my move to sell those positions. Now I have $4,000, or I gained about $3,000 out of it in total, and I can put those, either the $3,000 that I had there or the overall $4,000, back into Compound, or I can put it into other positions that I do see potential from. But that's basically what I'm looking at. Factor in the circulating supply first, and then I get into other things. So if I wanted to look into something like DeFi here, and I wanted to look into some other positions there where I can buy those, I'm looking for the circulating supply and saying, okay, YFI is a big one, right? I'm looking at Harvest Finance, and that's where you do see that. You're looking at Maker at $3,000, where it has about 1 million coins available. So that's what I'm looking for: circulating supply, price, market cap, volume. You look into all of those things, and then you want to look into maybe a use case for it if it shows massive potential for it to get to higher and higher prices, to be well adopted. So those things are what I'm looking at. And also, you have to understand where you can buy it. So if you can buy it on Coinbase, it's probably more legit. obviously that's what you want to go by, is because Coinbase really doesn't add something that's a scam. But then you can go on other platforms to where if you wanted to buy things on, like, I don't know, gate.io or whatever, then you can have that platform as well to buy lower cost positions. Because the two things that I'm looking for, basically the two extremes. I'm looking for something that moves very volatile, that has a low amount of circulating supply that can go to a crazy price. And I'm also looking for something that has maybe less than 10 billion coins, so that we can easily get to $1, because my market cap level that I believe that averages, or the normal cryptocurrency will get to, is 10 billion. So if it gets to 10 billion, then that will get to $1. If I hold 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 or whatever, then I'm gaining a decent amount of money from it, right? So that's what I wanted. Matthew Perry has a very underrated channel. Go listen to random music and watch a guy with a mask learn from, or learn with Matthew. I choose Sir Perry. Well, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. That means a lot. How do you buy SafeMoon? You can buy SafeMoon on Gate.io, I believe. So there's different platforms. You don't buy it. You're mainly swapping it. So this is a different story. So the way that I got it is I ended up swapping it on KuCoin. So you can swap. Sorry, not swapping it on KuCoin. I swapped for BNB to swap on PancakeSwap, but you can actually swap it on Gate.io, which is a platform that I have now, and I actually transferred my SafeMoon over to Gate.io, and you can take USD if you have any USDT and transfer it to SafeMoon, or you can do it on PancakeSwap. There's a lot of other platforms that you can do it as well, but I just trust kind of those two because those are the methods that I used. So that's the way that you do that. Or do you know the reason for the large dips we just experienced in crypto? It's just how the crypto market works. That's the ebbs and flows of the market. I mean, you have those dips to where maybe you have some institutions that are shaving off some gains that they ended up making, right? So if you have institutions that are buying 5% of their overall portfolio in crypto, 5% could be a lot. That could be millions of dollars, and some cases it's billions of dollars, right? So seeing that, they end up shaving off some, getting some people out of there and probably finding some lower prices that they can buy in again to that same position so that they can grow and gain more money. So a lot of times you're going to see that, and sometimes you'll see Bitcoin take a dip and all of the rest of the market react because people think that they're going to lose their gains. So that's just what happened. I would imagine that's the case. You're not really seeing anything. I wouldn't say strategical or actually have a strategy behind it, but institutions most likely are pulling out of some of the positions that they have. Maybe some heavy holders are doing that as well, but it's nothing serious. Where did that go? uh have you seen the, what is that, Cecilia, Cicilla Crypto Island token? And Lindsay Lohan, Amber Rose, Rich the Kid, Scott Disick, all talking about it, and not even on CMC, or you're saying CNBC yet? Just 3x last night. First ever private crypto island. No, I haven't. I haven't taken a look at it. But the issue is that a lot of times I shy away from those ones that are being heavily pushed by, I don't even know if that's a thing. Ones that are heavily pushed by, celebrities or anything, because a lot of times those end up being rug pulls and they don't even know about it. So I would say no. But if anybody else wants to make their move, I mean, and go ahead and do what you want. But I don't know. That's not my, doesn't look like my cup of tea. What's your view on Shiba Inu? Yeah, I gave my view on Shiba Inu. I believe it will make an increase based on the fact that it is on Webull, and I'm not sure if it's on Robinhood, but I would imagine it is. But you're looking at it on Webull, and you have the ability to buy a lot because it's such a low price. But unless they have some sort of a burn, a large burn at that, I don't see the price going to levels that people want it to get to. They're like, oh, if this gets to a penny, then we'll gain so much. Well, what's the likelihood that that will get to a penny? The market cap has to be insanely high for that to happen. So, yeah, just looked at the website. Scam. Yeah, see, like I don't ever look at those things. Do you think it's prime time to buy Cardano based on its possible price? This is on the 16th. Yeah, well, you see the potential. So if you're comfortable with that gain or more, then yes, definitely make that move. I see Cardano as something as that level, that that crypto that's not only going to break that $100 billion barrier that most cryptos don't really break, but it's also going to break that 200 billion crypto dollar market cap barrier, right? So if it breaks that $200 billion barrier that you don't see any other crypto break besides Ethereum and Bitcoin, I think you're going to see that large increase to $6 or so, easily $5 or $6 of an increase there. Obviously, you see more coins that go into circulation, then it ends up decreasing that price. But Cardano will make a really big move. Cardano will dump on the 16th from profit taking. See, that's the thing. Yes, you would say buy the rumor, sell the news, but that creates more of an opportunity to tell you the truth. There's no way that I'm getting out of Cardano. I'm ready to stake it whenever I can. I can't stake it on Coinbase. I don't believe. I've tried to look it up and I haven't seen anything. But you can stake it on other platforms. I just want to be able to stake it on Coinbase, so that I can gain whatever I want out of that. It's not something where I'm looking for just the gain of the price. I'm looking for the gain of the price, and I'm looking for the gain in interest. Once I can effectively do that on Coinbase, then I'm all for it. I'm probably never selling ADA. But if ADA dips, I'm buying a lot more. I'm probably never going to sell ADA, and I'm going to hold on to thousands of coins if it does end up dipping. If it dips down to $1, I'm or below $2, I'm buying a bunch of it because that shows a potential doubling of that increase, right? So again, I'm looking to hold on to as many coins as possible there, as a form of staking, as a form of gaining interest once I can stake it on Coinbase. Here daily been calling 10x calls. Trust me. I don't. Okay. ADA great buy. Matt is correct. So we have 260 people in here, guys. We're almost at 150 likes. If you guys can hit the like button, I would really appreciate it. Don't be threatening people, please. Yeah, you can't do that. Well, thank you for being that moderator, being that person in between here. Because I don't ever like mute anybody unless it's truly something like bad, which I haven't seen. What you saying about Polkadot, bro? Um, Actually, I haven't looked into that in a while. Let's see. Over here. Yeah, I haven't looked into this in a while. Right now, it's at $31. Has about 1 million. It has dipped down to 31.29 and currently is down to 31.91. It's 7 most popular. You're seeing people that are holding this over 23 days. It has 1 million coins in circulation. I don't know about the total. Was it just dot? I don't know about the total supply, the max supply. It looks like the max supply is about 1 billion. So seeing a larger increase that get to about 100, yeah, 100, at 1 billion? Yeah, it's 1 billion. Seeing that get to about $100 would be great. Right now, you're seeing at about $31 billion market cap. I don't know. It's tricky for me to get into a position like that because it is starting to approach like more of that higher tier when it comes to market cap, and it looks great, right? If I go to year to date, you can see that price down from $10. That's probably something to where I would have made a move into that position, seeing the potential and where it did end up getting to and holding at and actually fighting at. That's where I would make that move into that position. But currently, where it is at $32, I don't know. It's closer to the top than anything. I would like to see it closer to that bottom point, and then I'll make a move in there. But right now, not for me. If you're holding the position, then good for you. But again, not for me because of that. We are at 150 likes. Thank you guys for getting me there. Let's see. I am planning on buying an ETF that I talked about on my Patreon as an ETF watch. And I think I posted it on YouTube. I'm not 100% sure. I don't post every video that I put on Patreon on YouTube because then that defeats the purpose of having a Patreon. But I have an ETF that I posted about on Patreon. That's a Fidelity ETF that I'm going to invest some money into because I did come across some free money in my Roth IRA that I'm going to put into this ETF. So you guys are interested in that and getting any ETF watches or anything like that, go over to my Patreon and sign up. You also get the Discord group and all that stuff. I don't want folks to get rug pulled on yet another shitty scam coin, which just helps give crypto a bad name. Yes, I understand. I hear you. You think it will bounce? Do I think what will bounce? I'm with you on ADA. I'm almost up to 1,000 coins, same as XRP. Yeah, I just want to be able to stake a lot. If I could find ones that give you a decent amount in interest, then yeah, I'm taking it. I only have a few that I can get on Coinbase that will actually give me a decent amount of interest, and I would like to have a lot more. I would like to diversify my portfolio. What do you feel will happen with AMC this morning? I'm thinking let's see what's happening with AMC. It's a good time to talk about it. So AMC is currently at 2.3%, 2.36%. Let's look at the last 5 days. A few days have looked like they've been sort of consolidating, right? I understand we have seen some dips down to 42, increase to 45 or so, and we've seen that start at 45 and dip down to about 42 to where we did see an increase towards the end of the day to where we're only down 0.8%. At 44, and now we're currently up to 45 yet again. I expect to see more of what we have been seeing on Mondays, an increase, and I'm hoping we see a really, really good increase at that. Right now, we're not seeing a ton of volume, but we're also not seeing a ton of shorts go through, and it is the pre-market, so we're not necessarily looking at a crazy amount that should go through in volume. But when it comes to the open, I think we're going to see that probably take a little bit of a dip, maybe 1, 2, 3 candlesticks, and then end up increasing to where it starts to stair step on the way up. Then eventually gets to a high point of maybe 40, maybe resisting at 48, 49-ish, and then starts to come back a little bit more and seeing that finish somewhere around maybe 46, I would say 40, like mid 46. But that's my take on AMC because we've seen Mondays that have been pretty green for the last couple of weeks. So it's been good seeing those Mondays that are green. The only thing is the Friday didn't hold up. The Monday and Friday logic didn't really hold up because it didn't go back to being green. I think it did for a brief moment, but then maybe it didn't. I'm sorry, I lied. But you did see it go green in the beginning of the day and then come back and stay red, but did have a solid comeback. Just joined the group. Well, thanks for joining the group. What's up, Matt? Thoughts on VIH? VIH, let's check. So my take on VIH, I mean, it did increase from, close to close. If you look at close to close with all of that fluctuation, all of that movement, it's crazy to say that this started, let's say this started at $10, increased all the way up to a level of $12.50. So you could have had a decent increase there, but then by the time it opened pretty low. Now it did end up finding a way to increase back up to about $11.50 before coming back pretty hard down to $10 again, and then coming back up to those levels. So now we're currently seeing it at these levels again, $12, and then decreasing yet again. This is why I hate the pre-market, the post-market, pre-market, and the after hours market. I just hate it because it's hedgy land, it's manipulation land. It's where they bring the price up to a certain level and we have no liquidity, so you can't get out of it as much as fast as you possibly can, especially during the open. That's why I hate the after hours market and I hate the pre-market. And you're seeing this come down to some of these levels, and it's probably going to come down to a level of getting to about $10, and then probably getting to this level again of reaching that $10 mark and starting to increase again. So it looks like it could be a good swing trade throughout the day. Wait for it to hit one of these levels, look for a bottom reversal, and then you can get a decent move out of it and gain maybe a few dollars, maybe a few $100. If you wanted to buy 10, you could buy 10, or sorry, if you wanted to buy 100, you could buy 100, and then make that move up to about, what's it called? Up to $11. And then maybe you'll get about $1.50 out of it, or multiplying it by 100, you'll get $150 out of it during the day. But it doesn't look like anything that I'm looking at for solid movement, because it's just showing the same thing over and over again for the past couple of days. Now, this could be the start of something new, not to quote High School Musical, but it could be the start of something new, and you could see this end up bouncing off the 200 EMA and jumping up, because that's what you are seeing here. If you're going by either the trend of the candlesticks or the trend of the 200 EMA, then you could see that just bounce below that 200 EMA and then start to increase. You could see that. So definitely keep an eye on it. Thoughts on these coins? One, Superfarm, Sushi, Quant. Well, the only one that I've looked into a lot is Quant. I think Quant is good. Quant will make a move. I'm not going to give you my perspective on all of those coins because it's too much to go through. But Quant is definitely a good one. If we want to split those up and ask those at different times, we can. But I'm not going to just give my perspective on every single coin there. Dathan, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. And also, Andre, thank you for becoming a member. Today is Tuesday. You're right. Today is Tuesday. I didn't even think about that. It feels like a Monday, though. Monday and Tuesday have been pretty good for the past couple of weeks. Thank you for saying that. Give me that 10 instead. What? High School Musical. Exactly my point. I've never seen High School Musical, but yes, that's High School Musical released in 2006. High School Musical is my movie. I like musicals. I don't know why. Just don't judge me. It is. I like Marvel and High School Musical. Not so much one and I mean 2 and 3, but just. And do I feel old? No, I don't feel old. I don't. I don't feel old at all. Maybe I do feel I'm judging super hard. Okay, I'll take it. Maybe I feel old because my golf swing isn't as flexible as it once was. We're all in this together. Yes, we are all in this together. We should throw out the quotes of High School Musical for AMC. We are all in this together. I knew he was a Zac Efron fan. I am actually. He's a cool guy. I mean, not so much lately. I haven't seen him in anything, and I've seen that he must have had like jaw surgery or something. But yeah, I am a fan of Zac Efron's movies, and I like the fact that he got out of the life of High School Musical because I guess he didn't want to be put in those roles, and that's understandable as an actor. That's what you want to do. Just wait until Deadpool 3 comes out and it's a musical MCU movie. Yeah, it's gonna be perfect. Right down my Pitch Perfect series. How'd you know? Matt, should I take all my profit right now? Off of what? What should you take your profit off of? How was Shang-Chi? Amazing. Shang-Chi was, like I said before, I think one of the top three Marvel movies. It definitely top five. But I would say, without thinking about it too much, I would say Avengers Endgame, Infinity War was great, but I would say Ragnarok comes before that. Shang-Chi was a phenomenal movie. I loved that. So I put that third on the list. Now, if I had time to think about it and break everything down, I probably would put it in the top five. But um, uh, she's too hot. He's hot as fuck. All right. Well, not gonna judge him. Um, I'm hyped for the new Matrix movie. I don't even know what the hell that is. I didn't even know that was a thing. What is AMC and GME doing? I want to see. 2.2% for AMC and GME is looking like it's 0.6%. So it's gradually increasing. I would like to see that obviously increase to about 300, 400, 500. Maybe even get to those levels of 1,000, 2,000. But oof. Uh, do you think BTC will drop to 30K? I don't think it'll drop to 30K. But I think we will see it pull back quite a bit. We have seen a lot of crypto pull back quite a bit. Matt, can you check the short interest on VIH? Yes, I can. There we go. The short interest on VIH is 39%. You're looking at about 6 million, or about 7 million basically shares that are short. This creates a good opportunity to find that bottom reversal when they're going to start covering some of those shorts, because for a position like this, it's easy for them to cover their shorts because there's a lot that's available. A lot of people aren't buying this position. So you can actually see a decent increase, nothing too crazy, but you can see a decent increase. It's not something where you will look at it as a short squeeze potential. Depends what your definition of short squeeze is. If you look at the mother of all short squeezes, right, we have two of those that could possibly end up or will make those moves. But then you have other ones that are lower level mini squeezes that you could say, or just large increases if you don't want to use the term squeeze. Bro, I'm 18 and I'm pretty new to this. I've been profitable. I've been profitable about 30 hours into research. Uh, do you think I should put my savings into it and try my luck? So I think the thing that you should do, and this is just merely my opinion, is find opportunities that you can gain slow growth with it first understand what you're investing into. If you're new to this and you only put 30 hours into research, into the stock market and to crypto, what you should do is find opportunities that have slow growth. Understand what you're getting into. Maybe find some ETFs, some funds to put majority of your funds into. Then take first, savings. You shouldn't have anything in a savings account, a traditional savings account, unless it's something like a rainy day fund, like $1,000 or something that can get you through maybe a month or two or whatever, or get you through maybe a couple of days so that you can take money out of investments to put into your savings account so that you can use it. You want to have something that you can use there just in case you get into trouble. But savings accounts, I think they're stupid. It's just not practical. If you're gaining 0.01% and you can gain 1% somewhere else, you can gain a better percentage on a credit card than you would a regular savings account, which is ridiculous. So what you should do is probably find maybe slow moving cryptos if you wanted to. Maybe not start with crypto, start with ETFs or mutual funds, understand what you're getting into. Maybe just dabble in a little bit of these short-term investments. And then you can put your money into long-term cryptos as well as more of that reasonable look on it. So if you go to Coinbase, you invest in Coinbase in something that gains you 5% interest or 4% interest. That's way better than what you were gaining in the savings account, whether it is decreasing the stock value or increasing the stock value. But don't just jump right in head first, not understanding the crypto market or the stock market. Take your time. Don't jump in because everybody else is jumping in. I'm not going to tell you to ever do that. And if you ever see me buy something, don't just jump in because I bought it, because it might be something where I'm playing a different risk strategy. There's so many different things that you need to understand. I think you start with an easy investment strategy, something that I didn't do. I learned from my mistakes of losing money, and I don't want you guys to lose money. Especially anything that's your savings. I mean, you're 18, you have so much life to go, right? So you're able to put money into more risky things, but start by understanding, by putting it into an ETF, by putting it into a mutual fund. Then you can move into more risky things. So that would be my opinion. Not financial advice. It's merely just my opinion. AMC to 200. This deal was going to happen this morning, and crypto should have sold last night. It's so tough to predict exactly when the dips are coming. Crypto is more unpredictable than anything. I guess the only thing you can predict is that most of the movement, when you do see it start, is probably going to happen early in the morning, somewhere around that 2 to 4 a.m. mark, where nobody is actually paying attention to it. How did you learn everything you know? By making mistakes, actually. I read a lot of books, right? I go through how to day trade for a living and how to swing trade and, advanced techniques of day trading. And The Only Investment Guide You'll Ever Need, which is a really, really great book. If you have Audible, get it, listen to it on repeat. It's just so good and it breaks down things so well. I love that book. It's by Andrew Tobias. So definitely check that out if you have Audible, or if you have an Amazon account, buy the book and read it yourself if you wanted to. But I suggest listening to it because you can listen to it while you're working out, while you're riding in the car, while you're working at your 9 to 5. But I would say the main thing that the main way that I learned how to invest was by making mistakes. I got into positions understanding what I did wrong, learning from that, and then doing something differently the next time. There's times where I lose money now and I'll know that I'm making a mistake and I don't end up making that same mistake the next time. So I would say read books, and if you make a mistake, learn from it. You learn by doing more than you do by reading. It's just great to understand how other people think, especially like different authors, different people that invest and all of that. So that's why you can learn more in the community here, whether you're on YouTube in the membership program or you're actually on Discord where you have people that are coming out with different ideas and investments and why they would invest in a certain thing and articles and all of that other stuff. It's always great. So yeah, that's me. That's how I learn. 30 hours of research is nothing in this world. Yeah, it basically is. You're right. Uh, I'm kidding, by the way. Don't buy that. I don't know what you said. Yeah, don't. Yeah, don't do that. Don't even joke like that, 'cause some people take it seriously. Best time to trade crypto is 2 to 4 a.m. Pacific Asian markets start trading. Yeah, the only thing you can look at is like that that time period. If you're going to see an increase or you're going to see a decrease, that's probably where you're going to see the majority of that or the start of that. So you'll probably see the peak point of an increase and you'll see the starting of a decrease at that point. Invest in something that isn't going anywhere like McDonald's. Yeah, that's true. Something that is not that's not going to give up on you very fast. You can do it in Amazon, fractional shares. I always suggest like you know ETFs. Not all positions move that way. ETFs move differently, but you'll see gradual growth and you'll understand what you can do at any type of decrease moment. You want to put more money in there because you know that the constant movement is up. I honestly thought Matt was going to say the only thing we can predict is unpredictability. That would be good. That would be good. But I'm not that smooth. Yeah, I mean it definitely is unpredictable, but we can find some uh, patterns within crypto. Uh, you're learning now. So is Matt. I watched so many videos on candlestick patterns and chart patterns and Dow theory, volume theory. So uh, learn much brain. Yeah, you definitely are learning at all times. You're learning something new every time you watch something, every time you listen to something. Even when you go into an investment, you feel like you're not learning something, but you bought into a position and you may be second guessing what you're doing, and that may be something that you're learning from at that moment. Hey, maybe I should have gradually, put my money into this. Maybe I should have bought 10 shares instead of 100 shares and then make my move on the next 20, the next 30, the next 40. It's a learning, like everything's a learning experience. Selling for a quick profit and then it shoots up 40%. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. What's the name of that book again? The book that I was talking about that's really good for investments is The Only Investment Guide You'll Ever Need by Andrew Tobias. Uh, I have it. I think I have it on my store. So if you go to in the description, you'll be able to see that. But I'm gonna go to Audible and see if I do have it here. Yeah, here we go. Right there, the only investment guide you'll ever need. I listened to it on repeat. I mean, it's just really good. It breaks down a lot of different things, and just keep listening to it. I would say that a lot of these books end up having like glossaries and indexes and you know parts where you can get the definition of different words that you don't understand, especially when it comes to like how to day trade for a living and all different types of stuff like that. So there's just a lot of stuff that you can look into and read and listen to. But I love Audible for that reason. Let's go back to AMC, see what that's all about. I do want to see what the level. Sorry, I do want to see what the level of short, the amount that they shorted on Friday. I don't think they had that yet. If it was high, so we were looking at about. No, let's refresh that. The third was that Friday? On my calendar. Yeah, the third was Friday. Just seems so far away. Um, But yeah, we're looking at about 40%, 40%, 40%, 41% of FINRA volume. But you see that some of these days where we did see some good increases, right? 35%, 36%, 37%, instead of shorting 50, 56, 51, 47, like all of those higher numbers that we were looking at in previous days. So that's very interesting to me. But yeah, we're getting close to the end of the stream, guys. I appreciate everybody stopping by and being here and being a part of this team. I think we got very, very close to 300 viewers. We're close to 200 likes. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Get me over 200. I would love that. Technical analysis for dummies is a gem. We'll have to look into that. Thank you, bro. Amazing as always. You're my favorite person for info. Well, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. But there's a lot of different perspectives out there, and I love taking in different patterns or different strategies that other people may have when it comes to trading or investing in options or whatever. So definitely listen to other people. Don't just listen to me. I love to give out information, but there's always other people that have different strategies that may work for you that you can implement into your own strategy. So your own strategy could be like a conglomerate of everybody else's strategies there, or different pieces that you pick and choose and you put together like a puzzle. So yeah, definitely make that move if you guys are interested in that. Investments are changing. Day traders and scalpers numbers are growing. It's the new generation trying to make a quick buck. Yeah, again, yeah, it's about making a quick buck. Thank you for getting me over 200 likes, guys. I appreciate that. It's about making a quick buck, but it's also about making consistent dollars. So, and consistently quick dollars. So if you look to make a quick $100, I'm not a person that will tell you, hey, it's realistic to make $5,000 a day on investing. I'm a person that no matter how successful I get, I would always stay down to earth and trying to gain $100 to $200 a day. And yes, you can multiply that by certain levels by investing more money. Maybe you can get, $1,000 a day. But no way am I going to say you can consistently get $5,000 to $10,000 a day trading or day trading. I'm not going to tell you that. I don't want you to do that because you're risking a lot at that point. Matt, you don't like BBIG. I'm not saying I don't like it. I just don't think there's a lot left. You know what I mean? I like it, but I don't at the same time. Like I like seeing movement that I can gain a lot out of, but with a lot of these positions, when the short interest ends up pulling back and you see the amount of sales that are going in that are eclipsing the amount of shorts that are covering, it's not good, right? Because no matter how much they end up covering, if they have 30% or 40% short interest, if they cover a lot but people are still selling because they feel as though it's going down or it's decreasing at a rapid rate, then you're not going to gain a lot out of it. So that's why I don't believe in positions like that, because they can easily cover whenever they want to. And it's a problem where people are not holding the position to increase that stock. It's not that I hate BBIG, it's just I don't see a lot in it. And it could make a quick move, right? You could see the amount of sell orders end up stop going through, and you see maybe a little bit of buy orders that are going through and the covering of those shorts, right? That can increase the price. But then what will you see right after that? A large increase is followed by a decrease. A rip is followed by a dip, right? So it's not something that I don't believe in. It's just something that I don't personally want to get into. %70 of the chat today is about crypto. More people are interested in the stocks, and I noticed your numbers are higher viewers when it's 70% stock over crypto. It's actually not. When I specifically talk about stocks, it's actually a little bit lower. If I do a crypto stream, it's a lot higher. but I want to talk about both because I love the stock market. I have investments in the stock market. I also have investments in crypto. But I understand your perspective. I know you want to talk about stocks, and I want to talk about stocks as well, and I will as we see things go on. I don't know what the hell happened there. As we see things go along, and we have AMC, we have GME, we have BBIG. I would say that probably it was like 60-40 today. Because we have been talking about BBIG, we have been talking about AMC, we have been talking about different positions in Webull, whether it was, back and forth through talking about a slight bit of Dogecoin or ADA. We did talk about, a lot of different stock positions. All right, Matt Perry Golf is right below Dogecoin Millionaire. That guy is hilarious. Yeah, I watch him. I'm subscribed to him. Funny thing is, I told him, God, come on, Carl. I told him that, and in a comment, and I know he responded to it, that before it got to about 3 million, I think it was like 2.9 or something, it got up to a level of like 3 million or something like that, close to 4 million. And I told him like he should have sold off a portion of it, 33% of it. 33% of it would mean that you're pocketing $1 million to either put back in Dogecoin at some of the low levels or put it into other positions, into ADA, into Ethereum, into anything else you wanted to put it into. He should have done that. This is like, I know it's very tough for people that do like YOLO bets and to stick with it. Especially when you gain like a lot of your following off of it. It's either you're creating a future off of this following that you have, or you want to gain profit. But there's somewhere in between to where you can sell 33% of it and show that you're an experienced investor, pull that money out, put it into something else, not all of it. You're pulling $1 million out of the 3 million, which ended up going down to about 1 million anyways. So you could have taken that, put it into other positions, and you still would have had the chance to go to maybe 3 million again and then pocket that, or even higher than that. And, go on about your day. He wants to hold on to Dogecoin for a long time, but you could have held on to what you did have after pocketing $1 million out of it. That was my point. But guys, that's it. It's 9 o'clock. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Thank you guys for watching and being a part of this. If you guys have a chance, check out my Matthew Perry Golf channel. I am uploading there 3 times a week. I'm trying to upload there Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't want to try and skip days and all that stuff. But I think I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to get to my 9 to 5 and get to month end close because it's really busy. And I will catch you guys in the next video. See ya.